Am I clear now?
Better than your phone.
Am I clear?
Yeah, you're clear.
Okay. Hello. So this video, I just wanted to show, it's kind of like Thea's whole first month alive. So I wanted to just share a little bit about our birth story, and then we're gonna show her 1 month appointment, just some clips in between like birth and her 1 month appointment. And then I took her to Wilderness Lodge yesterday, so you'll see that too. But yeah, we'll start with our birth story. Here comes Duffy.
Come here, Duffy. It's on the move. Duffy, you're taking over the shot.
Oh, you look so majestic.
No. Okay. It's good for bloopers.
Thanks, Duffy.
He's gonna sit right there.
Are you gonna move?
Oh no, it's
all right.
That's okay. Anyway.
So, first things first, our water breaking. I guess just mine. But, yeah. So we didn't know my water broke. I had a feeling it broke. Now I'm blurred because of him.
Well, I'm clear.
Okay.
It's fine.
So, we were at Disney Springs and I like had a feeling, but I wasn't super sure. So we just went on with our day. Okay. So we just went on with brunch and getting the Star Wars Starbucks mugs. I think that's what broke my water because it was chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided not to go to the hospital that night because I just wasn't sure. And it wasn't a lot. It was more just like a really trickle, like a little baby trickle.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, let's just wait to see like what happens in the morning. So this happened on Sunday. And then Monday morning, we were still debating because it was kind of still like trickling. And then, so we both started to work. It was like 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, oh, maybe we should go to the hospital.
Yeah. So
we just like slowly gathered our things, packed up very calmly. And we were just like, oh, they're going to turn us, they're going to send us home anyways.
And they didn't.
No, they didn't.
But it was nice because I thought that we would have to get up in like the middle of the night in a rush and like fly down the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see in the movies.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like that. It was nice. We were just like, oh, whenever you're ready. You like took a shower and
I did. I took a shower. I just like packed up, even though I like thought in my head we were gonna come home. And actually the drive wasn't bad. We were always nervous that the drive was gonna be really long because we aren't super close to Winnie Palmer Hospital.
Yeah, it's like 40 minutes ish on average.
Yeah, and we left at rush hour time.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad at all.
No, I think it took like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you were fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you were dying all the way there. So it was good.
Mm-hmm. So then we went to triage, which we learned the weekend before to go to triage. Because I was worried about baby movement the weekend before. So we went to the ER. And I guess how like the Winnie Palmer Hospital, Arnold Palmer Hospital, and then there's like just like the Orlando Hospital. It's all very close, and we went to the ER when we should have went to triage, which is specifically ER for pregnant women.
Yes. So the Arnold Palmer Hospital's for children.
Yes.
Which is right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like their children's hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And then Winnie Palmer is for women and babies.
Yes.
And then there's just like the regular
a general hospital kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it was kind of good we went to the ER because then we kind of like knew where we were going, where we parked, what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it was good.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we went to triage in the morning and they just ran a couple tests. And then she came in and she was just like, oh, call your family because you're going to have this baby today.
Well, she was like, she left a little bit. Well, she came back and she was like, okay, I got you a room upstairs. And we're like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was it. She was so like nonchalant about it. Like she wasn't like, oh, you're gonna have your baby. She was just like, yeah.
And we were like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is happening.
Yeah. Yeah. And she was just like, oh, it got real.
Yeah.
And it did. So we were in there for a bit, and then
in triage?
In triage.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they sent us up to,
I forget the name of it.
What was it?
I don't know. It was some medical name. A room.
Well, I was getting induced because I was not dilated. I was only 2 centimeters dilated, which is like nothing.
Yeah.
So I had to go to the like induction tower. They had a specific
There's a name for it. I forget what it is.
Yeah. But the room was very nice. It was nice to get out of the triage room because it was nice to have you have like, this room had like a full pull down for you.
Yeah.
It was the same.
I mean, triage is basically just like it's just a quick, like you don't stay in there. So there's really nothing in there except for kind of a basic bed for you and then a chair in the corner for me.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like a prison cell. That's what it looks like.
Pretty much. It's very uncomfortable and cold and
Because you feel like you're in a dungeon basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, then they sent us up to, what was it? It was the 2nd floor, 3rd floor, 5th floor. I don't know. It was one of those.
Oh.
So we could actually see outside because we had a window. But yeah, it was a nice big room. It had, well, that one didn't have a pull down for me. That one had a chair. Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, you were sitting in the chair in front of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, because I wasn't going to sleep because it was like...
It was the same exact room.
It was like 10 in the morning.
It was the same exact room as we did when we went to recover. It was just kind of like flipped. It was like a mirror image of it.
Except this one had a mini fridge in it. And then the actual one that we stayed in didn't.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, my only complaint, if I had to come up with a complaint.
Yeah.
Because we always had drinks and, like, leftover food.
Yeah.
But then we didn't have anywhere to store it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So anyway.
If anyone sees this, put mini fridges in all your rooms, because that would be nice.
That would be nice. Okay, so back to the timeline here. So we got up to get induced around what time would you say?
They started?
It was like around noon.
Yeah,
or
it was
a little
probably
before
about
11,
that.
or like 11, between 11 and noon.
It was like middle of the day. Yeah, something like that.
So how I got induced, they gave me a pill. It was gross. I had like a lot of pills. And I had to then wait for 4 hours. You just have to sit and wait for 4 hours to see if you dilate anymore.
Well, you had to like hold it in your mouth.
Yeah, it was
for like
disgusting.
a half hour, right?
It was
Because it had to
disgusting.
like dissolve.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, I had to hold it in my cheek. And I couldn't, you couldn't like eat for a certain period before you took it.
Yeah.
So we had to do that. And we had to do that, possibly we're going to have to do that 3 times. So you're sitting there for 12 hours.
Yeah.
But we only ended up doing 2 rounds of it. Because we did one then we took another one at 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't take one at 8 o'clock, did I?
I think you only took 2.
I think I only did 2 rounds. And it's just like so hard because it's just like for 8 hours we were just like basically sitting there waiting to see, like there was nothing, like I wasn't in a ton of pain. I had like very small like period cramps at that point.
You had like a couple bigger ones.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really anything.
But good thing the Spider-Man trilogy was on, so we just watched that.
That's right. And we did eat first. We ate first, and they gave us a menu.
We did.
Because they have, room service, basically.
Yeah.
But they also have a cafe there, which we took advantage of when you were recovering, like the next day that we were there. Mm-hmm. You can go down and actually like walk around and pick out your food and stuff. And they have really good food there. They have
awesome.
Make your own pizzas and sandwiches, and they have a huge salad bar. And you weren't down there because you were in bed, but I went down there, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But it gets kind of chaotic, so if you stay there, don't go at lunchtime, because then all of like the other visitors and like the doctors and nurses are all in there getting their food, so it gets kind of chaotic. But they give you a menu, and it's actually got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff in it. And your mom's name probably stuck on there. But look at all the food that they have. Is this just lunch? Oh, this is everything.
No, this was everything.
This is everything.
This
yeah.
menu
So they have like
was awesome.
salads and sides, fruit. They've got like, why is it blurry? There we go.
There you go.
Entrees. They've got all sorts of stuff.
And I ate for free the entire time. And it was like $5 for you. And
yeah, every patient meal is free. And then every guest meal is an extra $5. But I feel like the first time, they didn't charge us. Maybe they did.
They did.
But I mean, even if you're a guest, you can because you just call and tell them what you put your order in. They'll ask if it's for a patient or a guest. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess if you're a guest and you want to eat, you can just say it's for the patient and then just eat it. Like they don't check who actually eats the food. But
that's true.
You get, what was it?
You
get an entree, 2 sides, a dessert, and a drink for $5.
It was great.
Free for you, but
it was great.
It's actually a lot of food, and it's not bad. I mean, it's not fantastic because it's hospital food, but
I thought it was good.
It's good. It's above average hospital food, I guess I would say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was pleasantly surprised for our first meal. And our first meal, I got quesadillas and rice and mac and cheese and apple pie, and it was great.
You remembered all that?
I have a picture of it, so yeah.
Oh, of course you do. What did I get? Oh, I got the chicken Alfredo. Mm-hmm. And mac and cheese and a brownie.
Salad.
A salad.
You got like a side salad too. I want to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the food was great.
It was good.
Yeah. So we ate lunch. We ordered lunch. I remember that. Yeah, that was for lunch. And then we ordered dinner, but we didn't really get to eat it because that's when chaos was starting.
Yeah.
So while I was getting induced, so those like 8 hours of just waiting, every time I got up to go to the bathroom, they saw the baby's heart rate drop.
Yeah.
And it would like drop significantly, and then it would shoot right back up as soon as like I got back in bed. Basically, she didn't like every time I moved and got up. Mm-hmm. So they were concerned. So they were watching that very closely. And I felt bad because I had to pee a lot.
Yeah. It was like every half hour.
Yeah, I had to get up a lot, but I try to do it as quickly as possible. They were like, it's okay if you get up, but do it fast, basically. Mm-hmm. So then that nurse came in and was like, was like realistic and was like, your baby doesn't like when you move, so pushing might not even be an option.
Yeah.
So she came in and she like was just like, you might be looking at a C-section. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, but it's totally up to you. She was like, we can try to push first. And we thought we were gonna push. But then like chaos started.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one moment where her heart rate dropped again, but then like wasn't coming back up. Mm-hmm. So then all of a sudden, like, there were like 8 doctors in the room within like 10 seconds. Mm-hmm. They all just like came running in. Mm-hmm. And I was just sitting there in the corner like, what is going on? Yeah. And then they were doing stuff to you. Like you had to like
they
turn over.
Put me on all fours.
Yeah. And then they were checking stuff and yeah.
And then they had to lay me on my side. And then from that moment on, which that was pretty late at night. That was probably 9 p.m. I would say.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, you have to stay on your side till you get the baby out, because I could not roll back on and lay on my back. I had to stay on my side.
Yeah.
So so then once that happened, they were like, okay, we have to have a C-section. And they're like, we're going to go and get you down there now. And I was like really scared. Mm-hmm. I started crying.
Yeah. I was scared too. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. So I had to be transferred down to the surgery all the way on my side, and I had to make sure like I didn't move or anything.
Yeah.
Was I missing anything in there?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So we ordered dinner, and then pretty much that happened. So we didn't really eat dinner.
Well, because they were like, oh, you have a little bit of time, so you're going to want to eat something. But then, I mean, it takes a long time to get your food. It's like, they tell you at least an hour.
Yeah.
After you order. Mm-hmm. And then they came back up and they were like, oh, your room's ready. Like, in the OR.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, well, we ordered food.
Yeah.
And it was on its way.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, okay, well, you have a little bit of time, because they don't want to, like, if we took too long, then they'd have to give up our room to someone else.
Which ended up happening.
So we tried to stuff our faces and eat really fast.
I didn't eat anything.
And then, I didn't really either, because we were both just nervous and stuff. But, and then they were like, oh, well, they had to give your room to someone else. So then we had to wait longer. But it wasn't that much longer.
No, because they knew they had to get the baby out.
Yeah.
So they wheeled us down, and it was like the dark hole down there. There was no cell reception or anything. No Wi-Fi, nothing down there.
Yeah.
So you were trying to update people, and we couldn't tell, and we couldn't let anyone know what was happening. So they were prepping me, and this whole time they're prepping me, I'm still on my side. And then the what was I gonna say? Who does the epidural?
What? I don't know.
Like the
one of
name
nurses.
of the person. Whoever does the epidural. So they came in. It wasn't an epidural. It was something stronger. It was spinal something.
Yeah.
But basically it was an epidural.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I never have done it where you have to stay on your back. So that was great to hear.
Yeah, that wasn't very encouraging.
And I was already terrified because I know how big that needle is.
Yeah.
And I was freaking out, and I was just oh great, now you're gonna have to do it when I'm sideways, which then that it could go either. It could shoot down to my leg, it could go upward, who knows where this medicine would end up, you know? So I was terrifying. And they got me ready, they rolled me into the room. You had to stay back in the prepping room. Yeah.
And it was the middle of the night, so it was like a ghost town down there. So I was just sitting there by myself, and they were like, oh, we're gonna get her prepped, it'll be 15-20 minutes, and we'll come and get you. When they actually do the procedure, because you were awake the whole time. They didn't put you under or anything.
No.
So they wanted me to sit there with you. And then that time went, so I was just sitting there, and then that time went by, and then they came and got me. Well, they didn't even know who they were looking for at first. There were people walking around. They were like,
really?
oh, wasn't there someone that was, wasn't the dad supposed to be around here somewhere? And I was just sitting there in the corner yeah, I'm right here. And they're like, oh, it's him. But yeah, then they came and got me and walked back, and then it was already done, pretty much, once I got in there.
Yeah, so basically, she did the epidural quickly. Then they had to slide me onto the table. I was still sideways, but then as soon as I was numb, they're okay, all of a sudden it was they were panicking again, and they're wait, she needs to come out now. So they literally they laid me down, and they was cut me open, and she was out in a minute.
Yeah.
Because they were she's I don't know if her heart rate dropped again, but they were we're gonna lose her if we don't get her out now.
Yeah.
So you were there right when she got out, basically.
Yeah, because they sat me down right next to you. And then 5 seconds later, they're like, oh, she's here. And I'm like, okay. I thought I was going to have to sit there for an hour while they did this whole procedure. I didn't know how long it was going to take.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty much done once I got there. And then it was chaos in there. And then you were looking miserable and strapped to the bed and shaking and stuff. And I was
hardcore shaking.
Yeah.
And
it was hard to watch. To see, I don't do well with any of that, and I don't do well with blood, really. And there was a lot of blood, so I basically just tried to look the other way as much as possible. I mean, they cover it up for the most part, but I could still see there's a lot of blood, and I was I'm just gonna stand over here.
Yeah, I was, and I got super nauseous when they started to move things back up and sew me back up. So I'm shaking hardcore, legit this.
Yeah.
And then I'm almost throwing up, and then they're turn around and take a picture.
Yeah. And I'm and they were trying to lay her on you and take a picture of the three of us. I'm do we really have to do this right now? Look at her.
Yeah.
And then I held her, and they were, cleaning her up and all that, measuring her and all that stuff. But then you were laying there, and it was emotion overload. My head was exploding. So. Yeah. It was, It was a very stressful time.
Yeah. So she was born at 11:24 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And she was 7 pounds, 2 ounces.
Yes.
And 19 inches.
Yeah. She was a little one.
Yes.
She turned out fine.
Yeah. And so did I, because
And
they
so
were
did you.
concerned because my legs took forever to get any like sensation back in them.
Yeah.
We were down there for a very long time.
Yeah, I don't think we got back up to... We didn't get up to our room, our new room, until almost like 3.
I was going to say
Maybe.
between 3 and 4.
Yeah. I think they said it's supposed to take an hour at most for you to get feeling back after that.
Yeah.
But it took like 3 hours.
Yeah, and I felt bad well, I feel bad now thinking about it, but I was so out of it at that point. It's like I didn't realize how long you were just like holding this fresh baby by yourself.
I
And
just
I'm
basically
like
sat there the whole time next to you.
because I was in and out. So like for the 3 to 4 hours that I couldn't move after the surgery, I was like sleeping kind of awake, you know. So I wasn't really aware of how long you held her till now until I just thought about it. Wow.
Yeah. And I didn't have a phone signal, so I couldn't, you know, and like our parents were wondering what was going on because they knew that we went down because you had to get a C-section. And then after that, that was it. Because once we got down there, we couldn't say anything. So I was sitting there just knowing that everybody was waiting, but I couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to go up and leave you there.
Right. You probably could have, though, because I was so out of it.
Well,
but still.
I didn't know that at the time. I mean, I knew that, but I didn't know how long it was going to take. I didn't know we'd be sitting down there for like 4 hours.
That's true.
And I was like, does it matter? Does it make a difference whether she lays here without feeling or lays up in our room without feeling? But whatever.
Yeah.
They have their reasons. But yeah, that was a long...
But they did move me up, and I still really didn't have a lot of movement in my legs. I could maybe wiggle my toes, but I could not move my legs at all. So they transferred me back up, and they had to move me to the bed for the recovery room.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It was very stressful.
So it was like, so we like got to the hospital overall at around 8:30 a.m. and then we got to the recovery room, let's just say by 4 a.m. the next day.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And yeah.
Yeah. That was everything that happened up until she was born. And then after that, it was, you know, I mean, it was a struggle for you because it was really hard for you to get up and walk and go to the bathroom because of all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember the first time I got up and walked and went to the bathroom. It was like later that morning, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly when.
Yeah. But it was like just for you to get up and go to the bathroom and come back was like a 20-minute process.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's great. Like I struggled so much at the very beginning, but I mean, we were released from the hospital within 2 days. Day and a half?
Day and a half. Basically, because we
came home on the 10th.
In the morning.
So
basically, we were there for
1 day
nights,
after
one
she
full
was
day.
born.
Yeah, because it was like the rest of that night, that full day, and then one more night, and then we left. Mm-hmm. That next morning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And usually it's 3 days for a C-section.
Yeah. I mean, they asked me that morning of the 10th, they're like, are you planning to go home? I was like, well, I'd like to go home as soon as possible. And they're like, okay.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, okay, we're going to get your papers filed.
Because after all the tests and checking her 100 times and checking you 100 times, they were like, well, I don't see why, there's no reason why you have to stay here 3 days.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that we were doing there that we couldn't do here. So they were like, well, I mean, if you want to go home, you can go home. Yeah.
And at that point, like, I was more just like, I was over like getting checked every like hour, 2 hours, whatever it was. Mm-hmm. Like, I just wanted to be back home just without people touching me.
Yeah. But the staff was awesome.
They were
really
great.
good. All the doctors and nurses were really good. Yeah. And even everybody was really good.
Yeah. Everyone
It was hard. It was
fantastic.
sometimes it would get old because we had so many different doctors and nurses, obviously, because we
Yeah.
were there for so long. They all had different shifts and stuff. So it got a little old having to repeat stuff like 5 times.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, they were all really good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I really would. Winnie Palmer was great. Yeah. I really have nothing negative to say about them.
no,
They're fantastic.
yeah. I mean, there wasn't anything that happened that, made me mad or I felt like we were missing something or anything. So
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was shocked because we had Thea, like as soon as she was born, like she was never like in a nursery room. Like she was never like with other babies. Like the nurses were never taking care of her. Like we had her.
yeah,
So it was that was maybe my one complaint, is that it would have been nice if they would have taken her for one night, just so you and I could like just get one solid night of sleep.
well, and just kind of like process what happened.
Yeah.
Because it was basically, we went up from the OR to our room and they got you in the bed and they were just like, all right, see ya.
Yeah.
And then it was just
Yeah.
like, okay, we have this baby that we don't know what to do with.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, people still came in, like they, like showed you how to breastfeed and stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
And stuff. But other than that, it was just like, okay, you got your baby.
Yeah. Which is
Peace
good.
out.
Because I mean, it's kind of like, okay, good. Like, this is your life now. But I
Yeah.
mean, I was just so exhausted from surgery and you were overwhelmed that it would have just been nice to have one night just to like get ready.
Yeah.
Because there was a point where I was so delirious that like I don't even know if I was saying like full sentences or like right sentences. People were asking me stuff and I'm just like, I don't know. Like I've never felt that tired in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of just trial by fire.
Yeah.
For the most part. Like, yeah. It was like, okay, you got your baby. You're good to go.
Yeah.
So.
And for the most part, I mean, she was pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
there was like one moment where it's like it was just like we didn't know what to do. But I also just at that point I feel like I just didn't realize how much she was gonna eat because she eats all the time. So.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, it's been good so far. Look at how good she's been this whole time.
I know. She's out. She's snoring a little bit.
She is.
She gets that from you.
Yeah. So that was our story, pretty much.
It wasn't the way I expected it to go, but
No. So and overall, she came a week early. Exactly a week early.
exactly a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause she came on the 8th, and it was
I
supposed to be
know.
the 15th.
I missed a May 4th birthday by 4 days.
Oh well.
Yeah.
But at least she was born before Mother's Day.
That's true. I got Mother's Day.
So you got Mother's Day.
I did.
It wasn't a great Mother's Day.
It wasn't.
But that's a different story.
Yeah.
Long story short, don't go to Disney Springs on Mother's Day.
Well, no,
It was
I was a
chaos.
week after I had surgery, so I have like a
That
huge
too.
hole in my stomach, and I decided I was like, I feel great. I was
And-
like, let's go to Disney.
Yeah. And it was really hot, and it was really busy, and it was just a lot for
Yeah.
only a week. But you recovered essentially 3 times faster than most people.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people after a C-section, they're like, oh, I couldn't even get up for like 6 weeks. But you were doing like full workouts in like 2 weeks.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. I feel great.
So after all that, at least you had a good recovery.
That's true.
As traumatic as that experience
That's true.
was.
That's true. I'd rather have like a really traumatic like 24 hours than like a really bad recovery that lasts like weeks.
Or months
Yeah.
for some people.
Yeah, and it was
That's-
worth it.
yeah.
Look at her.
Don't wake her up. Oh, no, you woke.
I have awoken.
Woke the beast. Oh, no, she's...
She's going back.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
All right.
so yeah.
So yeah, now you'll see just like little clips of her, doctor's appointment, and at Wilderness. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Enjoy. It's time to go to your 1 month appointment. It's okay. It's okay. She's not thrilled to be going to the doctor right now. It's okay. There you go. Let's get you in Mom's new car. It's Jacob's first time driving the new car.
It is.
We traded in the Range Rover. It just wasn't a good car to have.
The thing was a death trap and a money pit.
Yeah, I was a fourth owner, basically in the four years. So we got a new car. That's safe for you. You calm now? You like your car rides? You ready? Bright sun. Sound asleep, and she didn't even eat.
We're always the only people here.
We are. It's really nice.
You know, it's super fast.
Yeah,
This is like the one doctor's office in the world that doesn't take forever.
I know, it's really nice. And we're gonna get smoothies right across the street.
I feel like most people don't know that this office is even here.
It took a lot for me to find it.
But we love it.
We do.
Amber's the mom.
She is. Yeah. Shh. Guess how tall she is.
How tall?
Yeah.
What was she last time? 20 inches?
Yeah.
22.
21.
That was a good excuse though. Well done.
Okay, so she's 8 pounds. 14 ounces.
Which is very different than 8.1 pounds.
Hmm.
So she's almost 9 pounds.
Almost 9 pounds. That's what we thought.
I don't remember what she was last time exactly.
I don't know. I
don't
think I
think
can
she
look
was-
on the app.
She was less than 8.
Was she?
I'm pretty sure.
Really? Whoa.
Well, think about it. I mean, she was barely 7 pounds when she was born.
That's true.
And that was only a month ago.
True.
2 weeks ago. Yeah. So she's probably gained over a pound, I think. I don't know.
We like the Nemo room better.
Yeah, the Nemo room is. This is so like generic.
Yeah. Like, why aren't they all Disney?
Walk more in the shade.
All right. So, pretty much she's average. So she's average weight, average height.
Yep.
She's in like the 40% tile for both.
Yeah.
But she does have a heart murmur, so you have to go to the cardiologist.
She said it's super, super small.
Yeah, and it's common. So
But
we just have to do that. But that's okay.
that is
Yeah,
so
she really was not concerned at all, but we should still get it checked out. I got a new summer flavor. Watermelon mojito.
What's with the straws? What is happening? It's like the wrapper's stuck to the straw.
I know those wrappers are like sticky to the thing. I believe in you.
Well, hopefully today I'll be able to make it. Oh, there we go.
It seemed really watery.
Right. Oh, you got me a different one?
No, I got you the pomegranate one.
Oh, this one's watermelon.
Oh, let's switch.
I was like, that tastes really like watermelon. Is that one supposed to be yours?
This is mine. Oh, that tastes more like watermelon basil. Does that taste right?
It tastes like straight watermelon. I was like, that's not right. Oh, this one's good.
This is good too.
This one tastes familiar. I was like, mine didn't taste like that last time.
Well, now I know why this one's more watery. So.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Hello.
Hi.
We are at. Oh, I'm blocking this person. Oh, no, they're back. Oh, okay. We're at Solutions. Gonna try my dress on. Yes. I want to show you guys how I can fit the stroller in the back of the Bronco. It's actually very easy with the 2 layers. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh. Slick. Are you ready for a dress fitting?
I'm fitting a dress.
Thea, you ready to see your auntie in a dress? Baby? Are you excited to try on your dress?
I haven't seen it in 8 months.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm nervous.
You got it. Why are you nervous?
Because I haven't seen it in a long time, and I don't know if the boots are gonna fit work.
Is that the only pair of shoes you brought?
That's all shoes I got,
Oh gosh.
and I don't know if my shapewear is gonna work.
Do you have that?
Yes,
Got it.
because it's a whole thing, so I don't know if it's gonna work.
Oh, I see it.
I do. Perfect.
Alyssa's the only one that got a beverage. Obviously, the pictures also are awesome, but like in person.
But no, it's like you have to see it in person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you like the straps?
I love the straps. Hold, like, just here. Okay, I have it down. Okay, now hold it up.
She can't because she got the straps.
Oh, okay. It's a tough call. You think down?
I mean, I think even if you did like a combination, right, with like a little bit down, so you see your shoulders, but we also see your face.
My veil should be
Pretty sure. Yeah, let me grab it. For you.
Okay.
Did you grab it? What? Okay, I'll go grab it. Okay, perfect. I feel like it should be down.
Think so?
Yeah.
Maybe that half part that they had a second ago or
Split the difference, right? Okay. Not down.
Yeah.
Split the difference.
I kind of like what she did a minute ago.
You can hire me.
Do you like it? Do you like it? You were smiling before. I want you to smile again. So I think the major alterations she's doing the straps. The dress has to be shortened, tightened in the back. I think that's it. So it should really not that much. But the straps I know are a lot of work, so. Are you happy with it?
Everything went great.
Good.
Yeah. It was better than I remember.
Good. Thea's asleep on their way to Wilderness. Oh, nope. I spoke too soon.
Is she awake?
I spoke too soon. Go to sleep.
She has to see her first time going under the sign.
She was already in there though.
the Wilderness Lodge sign.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
Oh, she's got a good grip on your hair. She's got it.
Let go. Let go.
You know how much of my hair she's pulled out? It's insane.
It's going
Okay,
good.
that'll satisfy her for about 10
5
seconds.
minutes. I give her 5 minutes.
Baby's first Disney trip. You excited?
Me? Yes.
Experience of
She
hotel
get,
lobby smell for
Uh-huh.
the first time.
is she awake?
Yeah, she could get this down. You could see.
Want to see Wilderness Lodge? Whoa. Is this a new experience for you?
What do you think? Do you like it?
You like it in here, Thea?
Favorite.
She's looking up like, whoa, Thea, what is that?
You go to Geyser Point.
I'm gonna go to Geyser Point.
We'll walk around. We're just here exploring with her today.
We are, just a resort
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
A little too early for the parks.
yeah. Parks can be in a month, but yeah. Yes, we're gonna go to Geyser Point. We'll go along by the beach, take a lap around by the pools, just hang out.
Yeah.
So, all right. Are you ready? Because then she can eat at Geyser Point.
Someone's limping right now.
You don't understand. I can't bend my knee. You had to put the little tip of the lightsaber.
Yeah. See if we can go get into Geyser Point. Yeah. We're at Geyser Point. First time here. They used to have the best waffle fries here.
Do they not have
They just have regular fries now. We always get the cheesy barbecue brisket.
And we usually always get the nice and cheddar brisket.
Cheesy brisket. She's excited. Just wait till you can actually eat some food.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you see that grill?
Hi, baby.
What is that?
Hi, baby. I got crab cakes. I've never had them. I didn't want something as heavy as a burger. So we'll try it and see.
Hopefully you like them.
Can you mix my mayo chup for me? Thanks. So
They are good.
we're gonna have our first crab cake experience.
It's good. But I need to get this sauce over it. It's dry.
Oh yeah.
But they're good.
They usually are a little dry.
Yeah, it's definitely dry.
You gotta
But
get
maybe
the
with
sauce.
This, it'll be better with like something. It's better. It's
Better
like,
with the sauce.
because it's like spicy something.
Gotcha.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. What'd you think?
What'd you think?
Did you like Geyser? Oh,
Oh!
no!
Did you like Geyser Point?
You have to like Geyser Point. This is our hangout.
We've been staring at the ceiling all day.
So you're smiling.
Watch, if I give her food, she'll like Geyser Point.
You like Geyser Point? She keeps looking at the ceiling.
And it does seem like it's the same point as the ceiling too. Something
I think
over
it's
there.
just, I don't know.
I guess there is nowhere you can go. I thought there was like a. Was there ever a beach here? No. No, right?
There's a dog.
Yeah. She's content right now. She is. The geyser is going off though. We just missed it. Now you can't see it. You see Mickey? Go, go, go. Mm.
I might be spilling the coke. What?
You testing it out on grass or what?
Yes. Test out the 4-wheel drive.
Does it work?
Yes.
Nice. Now it's her first elevator ride. You're going the elevator. It's really dark in here. Should we open you up? Press it. There you go. Elevator ride. Here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Was it her? Oh my god. I hope so. Oh my god. But look at her face.
She might be letting it rip.
Yeah. You see Snow White? You've been, right? To Artist Point?
Fantastic.
Oh my god, it's one of the best. I think it's one of the best prefix
I like
and character.
every single thing.
Yeah, it was great. What do you see?
What do you see? You see Dopey, and then
Who is this? You skipped that one. Wait,
Bashful.
that has to be Sneezy. Sneezy, Dopey, Sneezy, Doc, Happy. Who's that one? Who's the one in the blue hat?
Sleepy.
Oh, Sleepy. Happy.
And grumpy.
No, we already said Happy. So who? Oh, Bashful.
Bashful.
Okay, there you go. This is one of the best features of the Wilderness Lodge lobby. Woohoo! Yeah!
Yay!
It was
Isn't that exciting?
It was your first bridge.
Woohoo!
Whoa. I gotta feed her before we take the trek home. Let's sit by the fire. Okay, you want to eat for a little bit? Okay, so we're heading out. I think Thea had a good time. She did really well.
She did do well.
Yeah. So right now we're only comfortable taking her to like a resort on like a quieter time. Nothing busy. We're not comfortable with taking her to Springs yet, unless it's like a Tuesday morning. So that might be her next Disney visit. Otherwise, Jacob and I might take her to the boardwalk. Maybe on Father's Day, which is next weekend. But we'll see. But overall, it's a good time.
Yeah.
And God, yeah. So we will see you on her next trip somewhere. Yeah, she's just a month, so she still has one more full month until she gets shots. So then we can take her to the park, which I can't wait. But for right now, she's just resorts and the boardwalk in Springs. So, all right, goodbye.